Absolutely, it is a beautiful Saturday contest here, live action here at Withrow Stadium, Angus King Stadium live, and it's got two double-packed teams. One has already played earlier today at 3 o'clock, and now we get into the introductions here for Clark Montessori. And right now we are going to take off with roster call. I am your play-by-play and PA announcer broadcaster, Jay Anderson, better known as The Voice. It's great to be here with you on a great Saturday.
Marcus Ramsey. Number 15, Pablo.
Clark Montessori has had a lot to prove this season. And so far, impactfully, they've been able to get it done. Not in so much of the ways and the words of the W, but how they cohesively have gotten it together and have tightened up the ship here as of late.
So who played earlier? This is Dante on Impact, y'all. We live at the soccer game.
Earlier, that was a contest in between JV. That was a secular contest. It did count, obviously, for percentage, and it did count definitely for wins and losses in the column. But that was JV earlier who took off. 3 o'clock game. It was not played in its totality, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And so we are here now live at the 5 o'clock game.
It was supposed to be a 3 o'clock game, right?
It was technically supposed to be a 3 o'clock broadcast, but it's kind of the way high school sports play out. You know, we kind of have to go with what we have and what we're given. It's kind of weird, though, how it played out, because technically this game that they're playing today, this was actually supposed to be last week.
Oh, okay.
And so this is a catch-up to me. Okay. We've actually entered into the mid part of the season, getting to the closer aspect of the end. I believe there's only 9 games in its totality left, and that's for all of the Miami Valley Conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's the better team out here? I know nothing about records. Record.
Okay, so when we talk about records, right now Clark Montessori, they're struggling. They've only got 2 wins on the season.
Okay.
With 4 losses. 6 games played in its totality, and I will say, watching those games in the games that they lost, specifically talking about the games they lost, it was really only due to second half. I mean, they were able to contain the first half, keep them off the board. They were able to keep their defense impeccably tight. Things just got a little loose in the second half, and so that's where they started to lose, and those points started to tally up, and the goalkeeper can only do so much by himself in that area.
That's correct.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he gets out to a great start. You know, again, they've got a great goalkeeper, great captains on this team here for Clark Montessori.
Okay.
Do keep in mind that they only have 4 true seniors.
Oh, so they're pretty young then. Very
young. They're going to be losing a lot for what they have now, but they'll have to go back and rebuild, obviously, and restructure into next year's retooling. They'll be losing some really key notable names. Logan Ross, he's a true senior. This kid's amazing, impeccable. He's the goalkeeper, actually, for today for the contest for Clark Montessori.
Okay.
And just want to keep a notable mention on him, because what it is he's got a couple colleges that have been looking at him, but he's a very humble, quiet player, but he plays big as a goalkeeper.
Okay.
And Jackson Wilkerson in on the action, number 12 right there. It's got a little pop too, and he can play that wing as well as the forward spot.
You're in.
Great volley in between the middle of the hash mark on the 40, still stalemated back and forth as Clark Montessori tries to push up to get a little bit of contact going on that wing side.
I'd be amazed, man, because I didn't realize they actually run plays like this.
Well, you know, when you think about football, right, and they say, oh, are these guys really just running plays, or these guys just, you know, they're making it up. Yeah. But when you watch guys like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, it kind of looks like they're making it up. No, These guys got real plays, and soccer is the same thing. It's formidable. They have to know how to be able to kick and pass to each other. Obviously, they want to get in passing lanes.
Yes.
And shooting those passing lanes open up those opportunities to be able to get those big power kicks to the goal. But, yeah, it's offensive and defensive strategy all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to learn a lot because I'm thinking like right now I'm thinking the ball out of bounds on the white, but it's really not.
No, and so actually it was weird because one of the plays last game for Clark Montessori where they actually got a big time goal in the second half, it looked like he literally tapped it to himself, almost went out of bounds, but he toe tapped it off the top of his foot, rolling the ball back through. So the official let it go through because he never really went out of bounds.
Wow.
And so it was amazing to see how these guys control their body and footwork.
Yeah, definitely. As we was talking like early off the air, I told you when my son was over in Canada with his mom when he was young, and he was playing soccer, and I was like, man, just play it, even though they don't have like American football up there.
Sure.
I said, you'll be back in the States in a couple of years. I say, just play it and work on your endurance, and your footwork.
Exactly.
And when he came back over to play football, like a few years later, you could tell the difference.
So it's impeccable, and that's the thing. This game will expose you. I will be honest. Most guards, most forwards, if you do not have great side-to-side lateral, if you can't go lateral, left and right really fast, basically, if you can't go game speed, you're going to get blown past because a lot of these forwards are fast with footwork, and they know how to get off that toe top. I mean, these guys can roll on the ball and come out of a break in between, and it looks like a crossover from basketball, but they're doing it with their feet. And so, again, this game will expose you for just how fast you are, what you can do keenly with the game as far as your footwork, but also the balance within. So, Clark Montessori tried to make an attempt. That would be the first one on Clark Montessori's side. And their goalkeeper is going to kick it out, and that's going to put it close to the 30. And that was a no handball called by the umpire, so they're going to let that play on. But so talking about your son and how he had to work hard with the footwork, it's a very serious thing here when you talk about 200 yards of a football field, and that's what we call, in soccer, where it's soccer field, but it's still regulated for 200 yards long and 100 yards wide. And so when you still talk about that cut, these guys have to be in impeccable shape.
Oh, most definitely. And the game is more physical than what you think.
I did not know that soccer was this physical until getting a taste of it, as playing it as a player. But when you're watching it now versus playing it, it's a lot more physical than it seems.
Yeah. With no pads.
No. I call it the Iron Man sport. There's an attempt right here. Got it pushing the pole. Couldn't get one. That got kicked out and tapped back, but that's replayed in by Clark Montessori. That's going to go off of Jackson Wilkerson. Couldn't get that to settle. We still have big eyes on the youngster, Mosey Kemper. If anyone's wondering, Mosey Kemper coming in, he's a true sophomore. He plays like a senior. One of the smallest, by the way, on the entire team of Clark Montessori. There's a power punch pack kick right there, and that's going to be recentered. Tracking down, but can't get to it. So that's going to leave it wide open for number 9 of Clark Montessori. They're going to have a toe tap kick back to the middle. Looks like it's power play, and it could have been something special. Could have been.
It's a little too high.
Just a little too high and heavy on the kick. Absolutely well played off the assist of Linus Hand, the freshman, but centered in to number 19, Chris Riston. I mean, he had an impeccable play and a shot on it. And that's going to be the second attempt of the game for Clark Montessori.
That's just like in any sport. The more attempts.
I'm going to say, watching the NFL, when we think about how those guys do when they have, first and goal.
Right.
And here it is. You got 3 downs to get it in. We know the twist push works.
Right.
But they don't have the twist push in soccer. So you have to be able to impeccably do it. With your teammates being able to spread, the field and stay wide. That's another key factor with soccer. It's be able to get these kicks keenly into your teammate, but in those passing lanes, and to be able to still push the ball forward. And another big-time play. That's going to be centered up there, and that could have been another goal. Clark Montessori is just edging at the bit here. Slow to get up off that play. But he was all over top of it. That's going to hold out for number 13, Trent Watson. Yeah, that's a guy they're going to miss next year, too. That's one of the seniors I was talking about. I told you they got 4 in total. Making a push back down on Clark Montessori's side. They're trying to play defense. Jackson Wilkerson tried to get him to hold out. He's going to try to get that away with the long legs. He can't get it. He was looking for the call, and he's going to get it. That's great defense by Jackson Wilkerson down there to get it to push. Once again, those live at home, live streaming. Big V Coffee, one of the big-time sponsors here, locally owned, military graded, some of the best coffee. Big V Coffee.
You have the logo or flyer? I can put it up here if you send it to me.
I will make sure I get you that, because all of our sponsors, when we talk about Big V Coffee, Concept Cleaners, 3R Railing, we've got Penn Station and Papa John's. It is packed with a lot of great sponsors for me to make sure I get you that information. And that'll be great for those family members to see it at home, too, because there is a 10% discount for those students.
I guess I should have asked Derek for all that. So.
I probably should have asked him, too. Well, as we pause for station identification on the Penn Station break here, looking for a timeout call on the injury timeout call. Clark Montessori's goalkeeper taking a break here, a breather more so, getting himself together. And a clap out for the true senior, number 4, Logan Ross. This kid is impeccable. He's got great talent, great range as a goalkeeper. He's been formidable all season, and he knows exactly how to play the ball. He's been able to keep a lot of the big-time kicks out of his backyard as he goes one and puts it back over the 40. And deeply played for the goalkeeper now, resettling it and looking for something upfield. He's going to find something upfield, but cut off. And played out of bounds off the soft touch. Long, deep ball kicked out of bounds. Live on Impact Sports here, the flagship #1 station for high school reporting, high school PA, and broadcasting. And a good push-up kick. That's going to be number 9 on the touch rush. And he's got control of that. That's Linus Hand still on the move. Linus Hand pushing and trying to dig it in deep in the corner. Slices the kick through. Goalkeeper's going to pick it up. That's the 4th attack by Clark Montessori as they claw deeper into this first half. Defensive takeaway right there, specializing from the backside is what he does best, and that's going to be kicked and well pushed over to the Clark side of the 30, deeply tracked down. And he's got some trouble, but he's getting out of it and gets it cleared.
They said they still scored, but
Jackson Wilkerson trying to create the defense, long legged. He already had a good play, one down, and getting a penalty to be called. So we know of his aggressive play and how he can get in there and get down to business.
You know what, it's a high chair. That might be better for you. So, you know what I mean?
It is, because it's hard for me.
Yeah, I already know.
Stretching that neck. And there's a toss in, but that's going to be kicked right back out of play. And that's going to be a little toss in, but that's going to be called by the referee. He's going to play it. That's quickly going to the opposition. Off the infraction. A little too overzealous on the inbound. Great game on tap, ladies and gentlemen, here again live at Angus Stadium. The home of the king, the big one. Great soccer action here Saturday. Beautiful weather.
Definitely. It's not hot. I brought my tent just in case, but I didn't need it.
You know, I'm going to have to say the big guy looked out for us on this one today.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Nice little breeze and everything.
And I'm enjoying it from up here in the booth.
Right.
Especially up here with you as my counterpart, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm telling you, Impact Sports, they do it all.
Yeah.
Here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and more. Willing to take you all the way to the top with all the information, stats, analysis, and live coverage. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yes.
And well played down by number 10. And that's going to be a dig out by the goalkeeper. Trying to punch it in on the oppositional side, but can't get it. Going to go wide down now. Big time track. That's going to be pushed up the field. That's going to cover the 40. Speed is now intact. You see the power. Here's the kick. And a little wide.
Man.
Oh, my, ladies and gentlemen, action at home. That was a little wide, but well played and pushed up with great speed. Clark Montessori on an impeccable power play there, trying to get it to go from the high side. And again, a little wide for the 5th attempt.
That was a good series or plays from the goal to the goal.
Exactly. I was going to ask you, what did you think of it? Started on the 10-yard line.
That was speed.
Opposition and speed. It kicked into the 50. Big long kick with a boost.
Right.
Carried all the way down by number 13.
Just
pushed
wide
in.
left. Wide left.
Wide left.
Yeah.
Exciting action here as it's back and forth. Still no score, but great action as the whistle's blown by the officiating staff. Brought to you by Ohio School Athletics and Association and Company. You know, they started out as a company before they were an association, for those who don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Good history. Got a lot of sports highlights and updates we'll talk about from Friday. We also cover that as well. We'll get you caught up to that, and we'll start talking about some of those games as we get into this game a little later. We'll put a spotlight on a player today, and we'll see if he can get his spotlight to shine bright. And we'll cast that on one of Clark Montessori's players at the half.
Okay.
You know, it's always cool to spotlight one player, but I love to spotlight all the players.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it's always going to be that one guy.
The one that stands out.
One that stands out. Beautiful tapper play, assist to, and a power kick. That's going to be shut down by the goalie, number 13, all on that. He was looking to get busy with his footwork and try to throw up a little power. That's Trent Watson.
Now, for those that don't know the sport as much, what's considered a power kick?
Okay, so a power kick is when you see those guys actually wind up.
Okay.
And they're trying to launch it to the back corner of the net, or they're trying to launch it low to the bottom side corner of the net. So they're really trying to beat the goalie with that ball, going past them as fast as they can. So that's a power kick. Okay. A slide kick is when you catch a guy that's giving you a touch off the assist, and you're able just to slice it. Okay. And it's like a slice, and it kind of almost looks like it's bending, like David Beckham bend it in the movie.
Okay.
So if you can kind of slice kick a ball, it's really off the side of your foot more so. A power kick is going to come like really off the top end in the region where the ball or the feet meet. And so it's about power, but it's also staying underneath the ball. So it's kind of like a golf shot.
Okay.
So think about when you're driving a golf ball, you want to get right up underneath it, but with the soccer ball, you want to meet it with that power.
Okay. See, I never knew that. I mean, I knew, from the side and just like in the front, but I never knew like the terminology.
And I'm gonna tell you, it changes from year to year because these kids can do so much. As these athletes, they grow within the game. Like they're doing scissor kicks, helicopter kicks.
Right.
They're doing toe taps. They know how to dance on the ball and with the ball. So again, we have to keep up with the names just as much as they keep making plays with them. So, and there's a big palpable kick right there. That's gonna get it down on Clark Montessori. The goalie actually comes out deep for the oppositional team here. Number 9 on the play. Got a little contact. And a late whistle to help support that action on the contact you just saw on number 9 and number 5 as they met. And so it takes us to a spot kick here. And as the officiating crew directs him to go to the spot, it's going to be placed at the 10. That's a 10-yard line of Clark Montessori. And that's Kane Lewis in control. And Kane Lewis is a big-time player. He's a forward, and he also plays the middle back. And he's a true senior. They're gonna definitely miss this kid. because he's got a wide range. And he just bent it like Beckham, and he couldn't get it to go. But he's got another power play, and that's going to push out. Trying to get tracked down by Clark Montessori before it goes out of bounds. And it's retreated, recovered, kicked back into play, but still hanging around the 10. Trying to clear it to the middle. And they're able to do so, but still some back and forth action, jockeying back and forth with a little bit of push kick. And that's going to get it onto opposition side, hold by 11, but quickly picked up by number 9. In correction, number 6. And Jackson Wilkerson on a kick play. He's got the long legs, good defense. He gets it over to number 9. Linus is he's up that sideline. He loves that sideline. And a little no-looker kick. That's going to drop in, but picked up by the goalie. So 13 was trying to get it over to number 19 and couldn't get it done. Quiet as kept. And that's going to be an infraction. That's going to be called right there at the 41. And it's going to be set by the officiating staff. Still Clark Montessori with no subs, as well as the opposing team. No subs here. Plenty of fresh legs on both of the benches. Clark Montessori with 7 total goal attempts. And coming up short on all of them. Still great plays. Try to catch that over the top and not going to be able to locate that and retrieve it. And a set throw in by number 14. Tap back up top. That's going to be well played aggressively by number 10. Kane Lewis is still going up in the air with the vertical leap to try to get the head volley. Trying to track it down is Clark Montessori, getting the contact. Number 30 is going to set and hold. Kick back to 20, on that call. Number 8 is going to let it blow pass. Trying to let it come to him, trying to see it. And there's a steal right there taken. Kane Lewis is still on the move. Great range, great throw in right there by number 8. That's going to lead it up with number 9 to have something to push. Trying to find a way to turn the corner and couldn't turn it. Looking for the call, and that's still going to belong to the opposing team. That's not going to fare well with Clark Montessori down that sideline. 22:58 on the game clock and counting. And put in play by the goalkeeper of the opposing team. Jackson Wilkerson tried to look at it, chase it down. That's going to belong to Clark Montessori. Good thing he let it go. Here's the overhead toss in, softly played in by number 8. Josh Kuncole has had a big season for these guys defensively, and he got in on the action for a goal second game of the season. Been a little quiet since then.
So I got another question. How far can the goalie come out?
To be honest with you, for the sake of the game, as far as he wants.
Oh, okay.
If he's smart, he won't leave anywhere past his comfort zone. If it's me, and I've never played goalie, but again, I played forward, so I know what it feels like. But if I'm coming out to the 20, that's too far. And for those who are watching at home, as you see Clark Montessori, Kane Lewis going to work right there in the middle before the call at the 30, that's still too far to be out for any goalie. I like to call it, and that's kicked out of bounds by number 9, I like to call it the softer side of Sears.
Okay.
When you win in Sears, you felt good about your shopping. You felt safe about your pocket. You just never felt like you were going to lose any change out of it.
Right.
Well, I kind of feel like a goalie, if you go past that 20, you're going to lose a lot of change, and you won't be on the softer side of Sears. So that's not where we want to shop. We want to stay in our shopper's lane as a goalie.
But that 20, that's a lot of things with me, look.
That's a lot of room. If we look at it in football sense, too, how they play in the NFL, and they say the red zone.
Okay, I got you.
I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. And that red zone, you can play with it if you want to, but it can come back and hurt you.
Yes.
Now, I will say this. Clark has scored this year off of a goalie being out of place.
Okay.
They, for whatever reason, I don't know why Lachlan played so high up, but they did that on that particular play. It got away from them. A couple toe taps in between each other. Skirmishing back and forth. Guy lost sight of the ball. Clark just seen it and kicked it right in. Guy was too high up. It was almost a 15-yard kick.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 5, Lucas Cole, and number 7, Jordan Jones.
Checking in is number 7, Jordan Jones for Clark Montessori. Getting a breather is number 9 and number 13. Well needed. Hand and Watson have been busy all game, selectively making those passing lanes well known. They got to close them, and so far the defense hasn't done it, and so they've taken advantage of it. We just haven't been able to cash in on the points off of their assist. But a great play by number 9 and number 13, Watson, Trent. High side kick, that's going to be a head volley going backwards. Clark Montessori trying to track it down, and they do. They get a defensive track down, but that's going to get stopped to play back to Clark in the middle. Losing some footing there. And resetting the stage with a kick back at the 40-yard line. He's going to send it over. Head volley back. It's going to be another head volley to number 5. Jordan Jones on the defense trying to get in as he subbed in with fresh legs. Aggressively trying to push him to the corner side. Gets him up the sideline. That's going to be oppositional push here for number 17. It's an attack on the goalie. There's a trip and take down for the defense. That's going to be a clean, clear play by the D.
That was a great stop.
Great stop. It's fancy footwork by number 10 trying to clear it again. And that's going to play back deep for Clark Montessori's goalkeeper to clean that and clear that up. Logan Ross sends it deep and out of play.
Yeah, I mean, when you said 4-0, right, when you said 4-0.
Absolutely loving this game on tap as we get closer into the evening hours. Game time was set at 5 o'clock, and it took off just as so. And Clark Montessori took off with 7 big power time attempts at the goal quick within that first half, and has gone a little quiet since then. And another big stop there. That's well played in by the goalie. Could have been trouble. And he got out of it. Clean and cleared by number 2, Jordan Jones, trying to get something on 19 to go. Oh, my goodness, there's big power play right there. You know who he is. And he got taken away, quickly kicked out of play. Didn't want to play with that one. And I don't blame him on that end. That was too many blue and white shirts.
Yeah, I thought I was about to see something.
I thought we were going to see something.
Yeah. And it's senior night for them also, so.
As we talk about senior nights, people don't realize, for us who played sports, it is one of the big nights. And it's not just because you're a senior and you get to play on this day. It's like what it stands for.
Yes.
It's the powerhouse of winning that game for your school on senior night.
Yes.
How do you feel? I mean, when you played?
I mean, it was one of them games you looked forward to see who you was playing, just kind of like homecoming. See, like, okay, did they set it up right so we get a good win? Right. Or do we have a chance to win? Or were you the opponent on the other side? Like, oh, we got them for senior night. They just think they going to beat us.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of them special games. Like, look, opening game.
That's a big one.
Homecoming, senior night. That's a big one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Now, did you do anything different in your preparation? Because I'm pretty sure that most of these guys on the field, as we watch them now, they probably have. But did you do anything different on your preparation for the?
Not really, because I was kind of like superstitious. So I had the same routine. But listen, I had the same routine from youth football to high school to college.
Absolutely. So you didn't really change your regimen?
Nope.
That's a solid player.
Yep.
And back on that conversation, talking about solid player, Clark Montessori still adding the pressure, putting it on, trying to. That would have been their 9th attempt at the goal keep. There's going to be a head volley right there by both teams. And you look at Jackson Wilkerson, number 12, trying to pick one up off his high knee. And that's not a guy you want to play with right there. When he gets the ball and he can get some separation, he can hurt you. again, he is shut down. Zion Vaughn checking out of the ball game. Coming in the ball game is going to be number 14, Mosey Kemper. Ladies and gentlemen, there is the guy, the true sophomore, the smallest guy on the entire team of Clark Montessori. Mosey Kemper has got game. This kid is fast. He plays 3 sports. Cannot believe it. He's just a multi-universe type kid.
Hey.
There's a big one over the goal. Tie! And there is your first Penn Station score of the game by number 15, taking care of business. That is Pablo Rosales. You know, those guys, I'm telling you, they make it look easy, but it's not.
Definitely not.
And Pablo with the big-time kick right there, number 15, getting a high scorcher, arcing over the outstretched arms of the goalie. That took some technique.
Clark Montessori goal, scored by number 15, Pablo Rosales.
He's kind of late on his reaction.
And I was looking for that when it was happening live, but we'll get that call as it still comes in. We'll gladly appreciate it.
Yes.
Again, that was Pablo Rosales and the Rosales family. They're here tonight, tonight's contest.
Right.
As well as all the other families here that are in support of their student athlete here on senior night. And there's a big shot by number 10. We know what he's about, Kane Lewis. He tried to send one through. Jordan Jones on a shot.
Wide left.
Jordan Jones tried to sneak one in. You got to watch that kid on the corner. I tell you, he can play quiet, but he's not with his footwork. He's got great footwork for the youngster. And that's going to be well played out by opposing team, but also sent back over to the 30. And he's got a little speed tracking it down for the opposing team, but well in control is number 20. He's going to have it. A good push up on that kick he's got. And a settled in look play right there as you see it. Kane Lewis on a track down. Kane Lewis is now in control on the high wing side, pushes past the official, settling in, trying to turn the corner, gets a little footwork to turn it, has a big-time play for Jordan. That could have been another score.
Man.
The attacks are coming in bunches.
I like the pass. He had it almost.
Did you see that pass?
Yes, I did. Now that I'm actually sitting here looking, like I'm seeing, like, okay, I'm seeing the plays, I'm seeing the coordination, I'm seeing the eye contact between the players.
Yes,
you can really tell.
That was a true breakdown. I mean, yes. Marcus Ramsey got on top of it.
Yes.
And even with that kick, I mean, he was ready to go as he's got it now. Taking some footwork. There's fancy footwork, but just not enough power by Jordan Jones. I will say our Tri-Health Beacon Orthopedic Spotlight player will be Kane Lewis, number 10. But great highlight recognition, too, as well for his counterpart at number 15, Rosales. And to let it go out of play was Jackson Wilkerson on the track down. And Clark Montessori looking like they're going to be in control of the hand throw in. It is a nice spot to try to get that on the side. Play by Concole, nothing. That's going to be out of play by number 5. That's going to belong to Clark Montessori. Alex Espinoza on the throw in. And there's almost a penalty, and it is going to be called. Almost for the near push down in the foul, and that was going to be on Jordan Jones as he was trying to shake and bake up that line. And Josh Concole is going to have the throw in. This will be your Papa John's big kick from the side. Concole put it in play, stays right there in number 15 in his hold. He's got a bank cover there, and he covered it up nicely to send it back in play. Still down there on the side. Clark Montessori in control, giving a little tapper. Goalkeeper's going to come out and bury himself on top of the ball to stop the defense. That's going to pick up, but that's going to be an 11th attempt by Clark Montessori, adding the pressure still in this first half. 10:32 on the game clock. And that's going to pause for station identification and bring us to Clark Montessori radio timeout as Beacon Tri-Health Orthopedics checks on the goalkeeper.
Timeout on the field for hydration.
And so we'll pause for station identification here again. It is Impact live stream radio television brought to you here from Angus King Stadium.
The concession stand is open near the main entrance to Angus King Stadium.
And we'll be right back after this.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Cincinnati in the light tonight. Big booming on the mic. Let it shine bright. November 15th. Yeah. This for the ones who gave it their all. Listen. Yeah.
From the field to the floor, we earned this flow. Every practice, every bruise helped us grow. From bowls and kicks to goals and dreams. Now we step in the light where the spotlight beams. Laced in grace with that urban crown. Young stars from every part of town. Presented by love that believed in our name. On Impact and United raised our flame.
High school powering, but just about how we go about getting it done. And I think we've got great ideas, great plans, and
yes, it's
going to be set for the future. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Yeah, on senior night, we definitely want to recognize those while we get an opportunity for our true seniors. We want to thank them for everything that they've done, not only for the school, but for what they've done in the sports that they played all year long and every single season. And so congratulations again to senior Logan Ross. Congratulations to the true senior, Kane Lewis. Congratulations to Trayvon Sanderson, the true senior. And last but not least, his counterpart, Trent Watson. We're going to miss you guys. But right now, we're not, because we get to hang on to you for about 8 more games as the season continues. And a lot more action still to unveil.
Does everyone make the playoffs?
You know, I don't think so.
Okay.
And so, if I'm not mistaken, it goes by record base, obviously, or percentage, as it always would. And I don't know if Clark Montessori will squeak in. But at the event that all teams do get a first-round play-in, it would be really impressive. Because I got a hunch that, you know, first of all, your best play, your best game and stuff like that is going to happen no matter what.
Right.
And it's going to happen throughout the course of a season. But let's just say you didn't get a chance to get it all out. You still got it in your tank. Right. You know, and it's eating at you. Wouldn't it be nice if your season didn't end so abruptly and you get one more game? Because I know that happened last year. I saw many hearts broke. Deer Park, heartbreaking. You know, that was tough. Reading, that was tough. It was heartbreaking. Those schools, they had battled back from having started cold in their seasons. And you thought that they would get back and be able to do something great, and just not enough time, not enough games. And both of those teams actually missed it by 1 game.
Wow.
So, yeah, it hurts when you need that one. Yeah.
At the end of the day, sports is sports.
Sports is sports. Gameplay action, Jordan Jones on the action, trying to create some defense over there, locking that sideline down with Cole over there. Rosales is trying to lock it into 15. He can't get that, so that's creative for number 11. But played out by Alex Espinoza to stop the attack from the opposing team. It's a question how he handles, because Alex Espinoza can play multiple positions. And so far we've seen him play goalkeeper, and he's played guard. He's a formidable kid that can do some different things for his head coach, and moving forward as they get into next year. It's going to be interesting to see what his head coach does with him.
Well,
Because we know he can play goal. We know he can play the goalie.
Right.
And I mean, we've seen him stop, some great high potent kicks, man, that just normally wouldn't be stopped. And he did it. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with him. Interesting to see what he's going to do with this kid right here, number 7, Jordan Jones. He's got fancy footwork. He knows how to use it. Rosales pushes it up for Lewis. Lewis has another track meet on the move. He's got a curler. He got a play and couldn't tap it off. Jordan Jones sends one at the goalie. Well played again on the defensive side by the offense. Incorrect to the defense, but a great play by the offense. Got a little tangled up in my words because so much great action was just happening right there. And if you didn't see it, I just tried to break it down to you. It started with Kane Lewis. Back in help by Rosales. Trying to get some power, pushing with fancy footwork, getting drawn in on a tight tuck in the corner by Jones. Just taken away by the goalie. And Jackson's going to let that go. Quickly getting it in play, pushed up to Jones. Rosales back to Jones. And kicked out of play to stop the bleeding by the opposing team with number 14. Wants to clear that and give his guys a breather. This has been a long first half with only one goal scored. When you talk about 12 attempts, with the last one being by Jones down there that didn't get to go. So that was 12 attempts. So when you talk about how many, they've got 1 out of the 11. And a backstop by Cole to not let that go any further than the 30. And that's going to be deeply played to try to split the defenders, but stopped by Wilkerson. Handled by Rosales. Pablo with a fancy footwork got jagged up a little bit. And he clears it to himself. He's telling Jones to go ahead and take off. I've got this. Jackson Wilkerson sees number 5 in the middle. Doesn't go. Jones kicks it up to 7. 7's going to let it go to 5. 5's going to slice. Kane Lewis is trying to get back on the corralment. Well played and recentered by 19. That's Chris Riston. Brandon Ross has not been quiet either. His name has not been called a lot.
Montessori, number 9, Linus Hand.
And checking back into the ball game and company is number 9, Linus Hand. He's had some good action earlier in the match. Talking about him from last game, as a matter of fact, he had 2 nice, great assists that were set up by him. And he also made 2 great defensive plays that kept him from getting in score.
Number 16, Ryan Flappoler.
And so now coming into the action is number 16, Ryan Flappoler. He is coming in and giving Cole a break, number 8, as he goes to the bench and has a seat. Also joining him in company is Pablo Rosales on the bench as well after he put in work. Track down with the defense and stopping the takeaway with long legs. He's pulled it and peeled it. That is Jordan Jones. He's got a little move. And he's corralled it to himself, trying to cut the corner. Got a nice setup move from number 5 in the sky. Had one, but it's kicked back out of play. Couldn't track it down and chop it down. The opposing team's got it pushed up by their side, but Brandon Ross on the track down. No problem. And as you see, getting comfortable again off that shot attempt. That would have been 13, but that really was not an attempt, so we won't count that. More like as a look inside. And that's going to be corralled by their goalkeeper as well. Deeply played to the quarter pinch of the field that you could get. And now with a set kick here by 14. And this will bring us to the 3:55-minute mark and counting. Still in the first half. Clark Montessori up 1-0. It's great to have you guys here. Live broadcast for those who are watching at home. There's a slice move right there and another kick attempt tried with a head volleyball back, and that's going to be in the hands of the goalie. Clark Montessori still aggressive on the play. Jackson Wilkerson got him to look a little different. Brandon Ross with the little try tap to keep that one in play. Sliced back and pushed up by number 4, and it's going to have 11 on the run. Alex Espinoza says no go. Espinoza. That kid's got wheels. When you look at the makeup of Clark Montessori, you talk about the player base. I mean, obviously you have to have fancy footwork. You have to know the field. You have to know how to be able to kick the ball, play with this thing called a soccer ball. But most importantly, you've got to have speed. And that's what Clark Montessori has. Ladies and gentlemen, they've got track meet speed. Trying to push the numbers was Kane Lewis. Got in the back, fancy footwork to go away. He's showing what that senior look looks like. Little jostle that he taps it over there to the high side. That's going to be the number 14. Mosey Kemper. And Kemper can't track that down.
Do you think the pass there was good?
And I will say this, looking at the action of this game, you can definitely tell that the coaching staff has had these boys really working during practice. I can see it. I see the communication. I see it the way that they're passing a lot better to each other today. But most importantly, I see the aggressiveness that they're taking. And that's kicked out of play by number 14, sending that to the far end of the field here at Angus King. Cincinnati Public Schools live here in action. It was a lot of action yesterday on Friday. A lot of great Friday football played. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, we'll bring up a couple schools and we'll talk about how they're going to get it done and if they can keep getting it done and stay undefeated. Only 4 teams left in the conference. And back in action here, Kane Lewis had one. He attacked that quickly, but that was put back into play by the goalkeeper of the opposing team. And that's going to draw a penalty on Clark Montessori. A slight tackle.
Who was the team that beat in the city?
Well, they say it's 2 teams to beat in the city. Okay. That's 4-0. And I'm going to bring that up at our half point.
Okay.
So we can cover that. Because to the segue point, it's really going to bring a good story as if they can stay doing it. And so I'm going to bring that up from Max Preps and the information that I got dissecting it and the homework that I did for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, so that way I could bring it to you the right way. Because we never want to slight teams, who have great records, but they're not getting the recognition. But when you're 4-0, that's a lot to talk about in high school football. And so, I'll give you a little teaser.
Okay.
I like their colors. It's almost like Sycamore, but they're more inner city. Happens to start with the letter T.
Yeah, they just played today.
Absolutely. Gotta love Taft. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Taft football.
Yes.
Isn't it special to watch those guys?
Yes. Yeah, I think they just beat Thoroughgood. Somebody just texted me 58-0 today.
Yes, that was a whooping I knew that was going to take. And so we'll get into that as we get right into the half. And so I welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the break on station identification here live on your live stream, Impact Recruiting.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we'll be back here on the half.
Tonight's matchup between the
and we'll talk a lot more sports right after this.
As we take a short break from the act.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Cincinnati in the light tonight. Big booming on the mic. Let it shine bright. November 15th. Yeah. This for the ones who gave it their all. Listen. Yeah.
From the field to the floor, we earned this flow. Every practice, every bruise helped us grow. From bowls and kicks to goals and dreams. Now we step in the light where the spotlight beams. Laced in grace with that urban crown. Young stars from every part of town, presented by love that believed in our name. On impact and united raised our flame.
This ain't luck, this legacy. We built it strong, now let it be.
From sideline cheers to MVP,
Tonight we stand in victory. On the golden stage we ride. Tears of joy in every eye. From the field to the mic, we claim this pride.
since the youth we testify.
Dressed in honor, look how far we came. From the struggle to the Hall of Fame. Saturday night, let the city proclaim. We stars now, remember our name. Yeah. To the girls with grace who flipped and flew, and the boys with grit who broke straight through. To the coaches and the parents that stayed in rain. This awards for the hearts that pushed through pain. Cincinnati rules with a skyline dream. Every hustle, every chant built this team. Big boom and got the
To the people with businesses and companies, tell them what we got to offer.
Waited so long to break these walls down.
I know I got. Right now, I got 2 sponsors that I know that will put some money in.
Yeah, that's all we need. They could be the Friday night game of the week. I do it all the time. I get Melvin Levin, he play for UC, he come out and talk with me. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to get these live interviews off with these coaches, man. Like we got a brand new head coach of basketball and girls.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like I got to get this stuff going to the point where I'm able to help my atmosphere with control.
Let's stay fit, fine, and healthy using iridology. Welcome to Kalima's Digital Practice. I am Kalima. I offer iridology readings, wellness coaching, education, and accountability to help you reach your health and wellness goals. What is iridology? People keep asking me. Well, let me tell you. Iridology is a non-invasive way to manage weight, stress, and emotional wellness, and so much more through using your left and right iris. As a certified master iridologist, I am educated to read iris patterns, colors, and markings that reflect what's happening inside and outside the body before symptoms even appear. Pretty dope, right? Now, I'm inviting you into my world of iridology, where I am accepting new clients, offering a free 15-minute wellness talk to explore your health and wellness goals and guide you to your next steps. Go to kalimasdigitalpractice.com to RSVP. We are HIPAA compliant. Disclaimer: iridologists do not tell your future. Iridology isn't pseudoscience. Rather, it's backed by data, nature, and historical facts. It's real natural healthcare. Ready to learn more about iridology? Good. Follow me. Let me coach you.
And watch, and then my chat room is always open, so people comment back.
They probably said.
My superpower is probably patience and encouragement. These days, kids are feeling really inadequate. They're not feeling like they have it in them to do something they've never done before. We need to create a place that was hands-on, that was a fun environment, that allowed kids to be creative and allowed kids a safe place to get it wrong. What drives me are those aha moments, those moments where you see the kid, they get it. And I tell you what, I live for that moment. Because when you give them an opportunity to approach it at their level and then add in sprinklings of the challenge, and they've got to kind of race themselves and maybe other students in order to get there, they're tenacious about it. They're excited about it. And when they achieve it, that is the greatest joy. That is what the Cincy STEM Lab is all about. Our job is about helping them build their confidence. It's about making the learning process different, fun, and very approachable. And STEM and science and tech and engineering and math is becoming a lot less scary to them. The problems that we are facing in the 21st century with climate change and access to electricity and energy, these are the jobs that have the money. We have to have all hands on deck for that type of work. And that is what we are here to do, to expose students, no matter how little money you have to how much money you have, how much you think you know and how much you don't know, and to help build their confidence so that they are ready to step out in STEM and say, here I am, this is exactly where I was supposed to be.
Here still on senior night, Clark Montessori.
Yes.
It is Impact Live Stream coverage brought to you at home.
Yes.
So that means if you didn't make it to the game today, you're able to actually sit there on your laptop, handheld device, and enjoy the game as we bring it to you live. What do you think?
You can't be you got to enjoy it.
Got to enjoy it.
Got to enjoy it.
It's just not college, ladies and gentlemen, that we cover, and it's not the pros. It's high school sports right here. Brought to you live in good action.
But we see them early.
We do see them early.
We see them first.
Right. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Clark Montessori changes sides here as we get back into live action. Big time palpable plays that were put in all game long. Number 15 Rosales, Kane Lewis. Just big plays by those guys. Able to get one to sneak in by Rosales. Pablo got a goal to go for him, and that's going to be the only goal so far in this contest. But as they change sides here, we'll go into the Big B coffee break, half post out, and now we're back in. So, welcome. Del Rey, DePaul Cristo Rey. I just like the name. I like the ring of that. It's a good school too, by the way.
Yes, definitely a good school.
Great school.
Had a couple players come out of there for basketball.
Right.
One of the teachers I knew coached my daughter.
Wow.
In, AAU basketball.
Yeah.
Coach B. He's up at the University of Miami right now.
Everybody's heard of him. Yes.
Yes. He's I think it's doctor. He's a doctor.
Yes. We want to put that on his name as a title.
Definitely.
We'll do that now.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yes. That's my guy. Me and Coach B go way back.
You have to take in consideration a lot of the coaches that we don't see, but they're always in saturated with the schools in the game somehow, some way. It's refreshing to know that they haven't taken their tutelage and just gone home and left it. They are still impacting players.
Yes, I know my daughter still talks to him.
Yeah. So when she was working with him, would she say he was more tough or more just direct?
Direct
in the approach,
but he was hard on her.
Okay,
hard on their team, and they had a good team. They played for Phenom.
Good.
Shout out to my guy Sean Darks, and he just taught her the fundamentals of basketball. Winning and losing, and just how to be a great player. And my daughter ended up going to Fisk University, play basketball, where he helped out at because he's also good with the HBCU.
I was going to ask, is he affiliated with any black schools at all? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he preaches that a lot. School and HBCU and getting to school for free.
So he's a principal man.
Right.
No wonder they call him doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, I look at a lot of these coaches too that have retired from the game. As a matter of fact, there was one for Withrow. He had the longest tenure. Won a bunch of national titles.
Okay.
His name's going to come to me, but he's a staple for Withrow, and there's a lot of high schools who have those staples.
Yes.
And they're still around the team. And so it's always good and refreshing to know that. But when you have someone like what your daughter's had, a lot of success in sports, but also has been able to be around real instructful coaches.
Right.
And she's got nothing but positive tutelage.
Yes. It made my job easy.
I knew you were going to say that. And we pay for these sports, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, because we love our kids. We want to see them do what they want to do and do great at it. But also because, you just know. And when you know that your kids got that talent, it just makes it all worthwhile when they're actually putting in the work.
Most definitely. And you know how it is sometimes, too. Kids don't want to listen to the parents, but the outside voice saying the same thing can get right through to you.
I've never understood that philosophy.
And I'm like, I just said that.
And you'll look at yourself like, did I just hear myself say that?
Right.
But it's weird. It's how it's the perception. My kids never wanted to listen to anything that I talked about when it came to, sports period, on just how to go and do it. They had their own ideas.
Right.
And so I eventually stop living through them vicariously and just let them go ahead into their own madness until they figured it out.
Right.
But they did figure out that what I was preaching, what you were preaching, was what they were needing to hear the whole time.
Right.
And it just came from someone different. And that's okay. Yeah. Sometimes it'll be like that.
Like you said, I paid her college tuition through AAU.
Right.
Once she got to college,
rest is on. Yeah. Rest was on her. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, parents. So don't feel bad if what is happening is that we're paying the money for the sports, but nothing else is coming out of that, because it's based on the athlete. It's based on him or her,
right,
and how they want to attack their career, because that's what this is all about. When you're playing high school sports, you are trying to push for a career.
Yeah,
you want coaches to recruit you. You want to be looked at.
Oh, definitely.
You want your name to be in lights. That's what this is all about.
Yes.
And so being able to see yourself vicariously do that with your own kid, it says, hey, you really put in the work as a parent, and that's what I like. I like sports parents. I like all parents, but I love me some sports parents.
Right. Get rowdy a little bit, bro.
Yeah, turn up a little bit, I like the dads that are just red in the face, full of energy and motivation and just on top of every play.
Right. I used to be like that, too. I end up having to just put some headsets on and listen to music. I always sat in the front row. Then I moved to the back.
Oh, wow.
But bittersweet, the best thing that happened to me was when COVID came and I started live streaming.
Yeah.
Like how we doing now.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk as much because you could hear me on the camera.
Right.
So I had to just be quiet. And my daughter was like, oh, that was so refreshing. I didn't have to hear your voice the whole game.
She was able to detach a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine, because I guess what? She's hearing your voice all day anyways.
Right.
So
right.
It's going to go back and forth as you have it here at the 50. Clark Montessori and Del Rey. Del Rey trying to push up on them. Getting a little creative here now in the second half. And that's going to create some fall down there. Simple footwork move right there.
Okay.
It made him kind of drop down. There's a strong kick by number 10, and that's going to sail wide. But that was a big-time attempt on the goalkeeper. And you know what? Believe it or not, I've seen kids strike it from that distance and hit nothing but net. And here he's got another attempt at it. Number 10 is going to have some shake and bake in the middle. He's going to take another footwork at it. It's going to be engulfed by the goalie of Clark Montessori. Good toss out and good kick up early. And so you see the attack is now starting from the inside out for Cristo Rey. And the goalkeeper's going to slide and get on top of that one, making it well known that I've got covers on that. Played up by Kane Lewis with a quick tap off his foot. Sailing across the field. Over the head of number 9. Bully balled by number 6 and couldn't close it down as Clark Montessori got aggressive on that one over there. And so a push-up play again. And Del Rey's going to clear it. Clark Montessori's going to attack it. Still working from the inside, middle in. Number 10 is going to have a push. Brandon Ross is going to have a knee tap on that. Good action as you're moving forward into the second half of coverage here. Clark Montessori looking for the Penn Station second score of the game. And for those of you who are just joining in with us late, it's been a lot of great action played by both teams. Clark Montessori started off fast, high-octane energy, motivated, senior night, feeling the fans in the stands, and happened to put one in early.
Yes.
Pablo Rosales. Brandon Ross right now on the attack, kicking one and clearing it, setting it up. Kane Lewis. More jostling. And a big high clear. That's going to sail high for a head volley, and that's going to play into the hands of the goalkeeper. And another strong throw out. That's going to get a good lead for Kane Lewis. He sees he's got open space, clear lane here. And he's got a great pass to the deuce man, Zion Vaughn. Zion Vaughn's got footwork off his knee, trying to keep it alive. And it gets kicked out to Del Rey. And a big-time kick. That's going to be clearing the whole side of the field. Giving the goalkeeper to try to play one off the wing side. He does get one clear. He's got no one challenge him. Now 10's going to step up and make a challenge. 19's got a good push in the corner to try to cut the defense off, and he did. So a double team of defense by number 10 and 19 for Del Rey to close that down on Trayvon Sanders.
Checking in for Clark Montessori, number 7, Jordan.
And new legs are coming in. You've got Jordan Jones, number 7, and number 9 coming in back at it again. Linus Hand. Linus Hand wanting to do just that, give his team not only a hand but a good boost here with a possible goal-scoring kick here. That's going to be played off on Cole. And now it's tracked and chased by Del Rey. And that's an aggressive kick-tap move by number 10 himself. Lewis has another chest volley to himself. Wants to get it up early. He does. Equating to double team played. Not a double team. It's secular. That's 5 and Deuce by himself. Brandon Ross in the middle. Jackson Wilkerson wanted to get in on the action. That's going to play up. He's trying to get it to Jordan. And Jordan Jones on the high side. He does get it. And a push down aggressively. So a check in on that throw in. And still played with a good sharp kick there himself and couldn't get it to go. And that was going to play for Kincaid. And there's a good boot. And that's going to be tracked down by Espinoza. Alex Espinoza on the track down. Brandon Ross on the high knee trying to push it back over to 50. Gets a head volley, does. And can't get any help on the back end by Zion Voss. Just a little play too long for Zion Vaughn. You know, Zion Vaughn has had a good season too as well. He started off strong at the very beginning of the season, and he's done nothing but play strong defense, making guys pay for it as he gets on their side. And a high kick, well deeply played. Brandon Ross trying to kick one over to Jackson Wilkerson, and he does off the head bob. That head bob by Jackson Wilkerson is now in control. That's a little tapper over to Jones. And that's out of play on the high sideline in front of Del Rey's bench. And Crystal Del Rey's got a good push right there. Number 10 has had a solid game for them, but well kicked out a play by Clark Montessori to get themselves together so they can regather. And I've had grouping all year long in the Miami Valley Conference, and the power standings and the rankings still as it is.
Yeah, there's 5 divisions. My buddy was the center rep at the division.
12 and 14 on the year.
He took pictures.
It's a tough stretch.
Second level. They should be, but they're also D3.
And here's a challenge in the low corner. That's going to be to the far side. That's still going to be played and attacked by Clark Montessori. Jordan Jones is going to clear that. Close down, but no defense to stop. That's going to get to the goalie off the hard kick from the 22 of Crystal Del Rey, but they can't get that to go. Well played off of Deuce now. Zion Vaughn has got it. Fancy footwork to the middle. Gets one to chop over 14. 14's going to play on it. Jordan Jones tried to get it to cut it off on that high side on the sideline of Crystal Dale, but he can't get it to do. He can't get it to go. A little fumble as he had right there. And the toss in now. Played down on Clark Montessori. That's kicked out of bounds, out of play. And a head bob by both teams. Played back to the middle. Head bobbing again back to the goalie. Number 19 is going to let that go. And Cristo Rey with the kick out. And that's well sailed, well played. Got some fancy footwork trying to kick in and slice it through. And that's cut off by number 18, Alex Espinoza.
Keep it on the ground, Trent.
Trying to attack it from this side. Clark's got a little bit of movement and had some numbers. Settled back into play by Vaughn. Cole trying to keep him in the middle. Vaughn trying to squeeze it up. There's going to be a stoppage right there by Alex Espinoza. And Vaughn's got it. Tried to tap it to the middle. Not enough juice on there. Jordan Jones tried to cut that off and couldn't get to it. Now that's well deeply played. Catching it at the 19-yard line of Clark Montessori. Now they've got to play defense and want to kick the ball back up. And that's going to hit the sideline. Great shot attempts by Cristo Rey earlier in the match. Had one to hit off the high crossbar and one to sail just right. And since then,
for Clark, number 3.
Del Rey's been shortcoming. And checking now into the ball game for Clark Montessori, number 3, Weston Grisha, the freshman.
They play a lot of minutes for they sub in.
They really do. Clark Montessori has really been pushing, I would say, the tail of the tape on this match, particularly aggressively, more so than what they would normally do on the subbing aspect, because they would have normally subbed 5 or 6 times by this.
Probably because it's senior night.
And you know what? I believe that letting those 4 guys get their accolades off is what's needed. And we know that they need them.
Right.
And so, here's a chance, an opportunity on senior night to watch those accolades maybe come true. Maybe scoring a goal or powerhouse assist.
Right. Contributing to the win.
Yeah, contribute to the win. What about it? What about like even a penalty kick? Getting a penalty kick to go in on senior night. We haven't had a penalty kick yet. That could be coming up. So if you have questions on how to become a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting on the kick in, go to www.clarkmontessori.com and you can reach out on that website right there. Again, that's www.clarkmontessori.com. Or you can follow them on Twitter at CM Cougars. And if you've got a Twitter feed, Twitter page, and you'd like to check out the information, updates, stats, and analysis as a shot's taken, that's going to be corralled out of play. No, still in play for Clark Montessori and now picked up by the goalkeeper. And back to that Twitter feed if you'd like to comment and check out and see what's going on lately with Clark Montessori. You can do it at CM Cougars. Great play by Jones over there. And trying to keep it forced in the middle. And that's well played by Vaughn. A tapper back by Kane Lewis. Vaughn's now at the 50. Got a little push-up move, getting some pressure. Takes off the pressure by Alex Espinoza, and he throws his hands up frustrated as that one got away from him. Espinoza normally puts stuff in play, and it's good business. That one just got away from him in the office. That's going to be set up and played by number 1. Going to have control by Del Rey, getting the pressure from behind. That's taken from him by Cole. Cole's going to shift it over to the left side of the field. That's going to play to the visitor side. Now set back to the middle by Kane Lewis. He's going to play around with it, but he's not. He's going to have it now with foot action, footwork. He's getting challenged from the back. Now you got a big-time shot that could have happened, and it didn't go down and out of play. Waiting for the big shot was number 9, Josh Cole.
Thought we was going to see another goal.
I thought we were going to see another goal, too. That was well set up and played by Kane Lewis in the middle. Gave him a nice target and a good lead shot, and he had a play on it. And looked like he slowed up maybe to try to set up the kick. Mm-hmm. And then the defense collapsed on him. Side kick from Cole. And that's going to be played by Clark Montessori. Still down here deep on their side. And a nice shot taken, but couldn't get it to go. And there is going to be the play-in kick here from Del Rey. Alex Espinoza at the 40, retreating to the 38. Played over by Zion.
You had time.
Let's get back.
Vaughn had a look. Espinoza now has control. Takes a hard kick. Well played off the chest of number 1. Settled by 18. Well played off the shoulder blade. Kane Lewis is looking for one to come back on the assist. He's going to get a tapper back. 2-man game possibly. Pushing it up. He's going to have an open lane. He kicks one back inside and can't get it to go.
Get in the box.
And Kane Lewis played again. 10's got it. Takes a shot. Had one, no good. Played off of a couple feet. Trying to be tracked down by Clark Montessori. They do track it down. They get to it. Still keeps it on this side of the field. Even better footwork to take it away by Del Rey. Sideline push up. Fancy footwork called by Del Rey. Gets a nice slice up. That ball's going to cover over the 50. Tracking it down is Princeton. And Grashaw's going to put that back in play. Challenging tackle slap. Can't get that to move. Espinoza taking a charge at it. Vaughn's going to clear for Lewis. Lewis is going to have a quick tap at that. Con Cole's looking for a penalty flag there. Nothing called. Great action back and forth. Both teams, good stoppage. No handball, convincing. Cut that around the corner. Can't get that to stay in bounds off the play of Clark Montessori. 19-13 on your game clock and counting.
Timeout on the field for hydration.
And timeout called. It is a station break for your impact. Team or any team that you have would like coverage, would like in-depth conversation and interview, or even play-by-play action. All you got to do is reach out to Impact Recruiting. It's the best in the city.
Yes. We're
I wanted to save that for last. You know,
okay.
I know DAB TV and all those other ones, but
yeah,
Impact Recruiting and television is amazing.
We're for the kids. We're for the youth.
I'm such a kid of it.
Yeah.
I'm such a kid of it.
Yeah.
How long have you been a fan of sports since you've been out playing? Have you?
After college, you know, probably about like a 4 or 5 year break.
Yeah.
Once I had kids.
Right.
As they was getting older, I got back into it.
It always happens that way, doesn't it?
Right. Like, I didn't watch a lot of sports because, not saying I was depressed, but I had to grow up as a man, as a human being.
Yeah.
But, like, I went through a nasty divorce, and I ended up getting custody of both my daughters.
Wow.
At a young age, like 5 and 7.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, all right, hold on.
I'm going to have to change something up here.
Yeah, let me get them into sports so at least I can show them discipline.
Exactly.
And introduce them to a language that I know.
Now, that is what I call turning the tail of the tape and making it work actually for you.
And that's what it did.
Okay.
So I mean, I was a sports dad.
Yeah.
You know, so like everything we talked about was sports to keep their mind off, you know, not being with their mom or while we separate or this and that.
The distractions.
Right. So after school, homework, 8, we in the gym.
We need that. That means they were giving work ethic.
Right. And that's what it did, man. And to this day, like both of them are in grad school. And then my son is a freshman at Oklahoma State.
Wow.
You know, because he was the little brother. You know, playing against his sisters, used to beat him up all the time.
So he definitely got it rough from the beginning.
Right. And as he grew and got bigger, they couldn't do nothing with him.
Well, I'd like to ask him how he felt about that now. Seeing how he's grown, and seeing how they're now adults. But it's got to be fun for you as a dad.
Oh man, it was fun because
watching them do that to him.
It went from the girls playing basketball, and I never played basketball before in my life. I played in the hood, but I never played organized basketball
at all.
I just taught them, and we grew together with it. But when my son came, and he was a football player, I'm like, yeah.
I got an opportunity.
Right.
Opportunity has knocked.
Yes.
It has now made itself apparently known for me to have this. I'm telling you, it gets no better than dads and their daughters with sports. And so kudos to you for being a real dad.
Appreciate
getting those girls where they needed to be, but not only that, being a real dad and getting that young man where he needed to be.
Yes. Yeah. And full scholarship. So I'm 3 for 3 without paying.
3 for 3.
Paying no money.
Now listen, America, and for all those who are listening, it doesn't happen like this for everyone.
Right.
So that means that it's a two-way street. The parents have to put in the work as well as the student athlete. And so you can see how a household is ran when you get that kind of compliment on the back. Yep. Not once, not twice,
right,
but 3 times.
And my son, like me and his mother wasn't really together, but he grew up in Texas. So like every Friday and Saturday, I'm flying or driving or go watch him play.
Yeah, because Texas is all, and the whole town, I don't care if it's Houston, it could be anywhere in Texas, it will shut down.
Yeah, he was in San Antonio, so when I say they shut down, it shut down.
Yeah, Saturday night, Friday night lights and Saturday games in any part of Texas. Mm-hmm. It's big.
Yes.
And I like now that Ohio
is getting there.
It's getting there.
But we always had great football. We just didn't publicize it, and we didn't like the media exposure. Certain people got it, certain teams got it, but like now with social media, everybody has it. Yeah. So
a big long kick from deep range by number 10 of Cristo Rey. Now he's had some impeccable kicks. He's tried 3 of them from that range, and he's almost laced it. But no cigar, as they say on that one. And another shot, well taken, but out of bounds, out of play. And Clark Montessori head coaching staff telling the boys to calm down, relax a little bit. Mosey Kemper, number 14, is in the game. We talked about him. I like talking about that kid because he's the smallest guy with the biggest heart on the team. And if you ever stood next to these players on the field and you saw how big and tall they were individually and then seen Mosey, you would say, wow, God does great things in small packages.
Right.
And a little frustration being sensed by Clark Montessori here of not getting things taken care of with 2 opportunities that they've had as of late. And that'll bring us to the 16-minute mark. That'll be our 3R Railing and Company. Ladies and gentlemen, 3R Railing is an exciting company. They have all kind of benefits and ways to get your business and business solutions and things you need taken care of on an everyday basis. 365 doesn't make a difference. Give them a call. 7 days a week. It is the 3R Railing Company. And another push-up here on the action. Strong kick by number 10. Brandon Ross is going to cut it off, number 1 of Clark Montessori. And they're going to let that play deep. And some frustration, but swift move by number 15. Pretty footwork right there. And a tap up by Mosey Kemper, and he can't cut around and get that. And this will be our Ford toss-in. Ladies and gentlemen, have you been to Crolin Ford? Fans, if you haven't been to Crolin Ford, you might want to get over to Crolin Ford. Test drive one of their Ford Escapes. Check out the new all value that they have for the family accommodation. And that's going to be Crolin Ford. So if you haven't driven a Ford lately, stop over to one of their local dealerships and check out one of their newer models, 2025, 26 model. Crolin Ford. Hard kick by Brandon Ross. A head volley. That's going to play off the middle. Kicking back to number 11. He's going to have it settled. Brandon Ross is going to track it down again. High off the high side. Is going to be a race in between 20 and 10. That's going to settle. And a big-time kick and a goal from a corner pocket. He hit. Cristo Rey ties it up at the 14-22 mark with a hard popping kick from the high side of the 12-yard mark.
We have a ball game.
We have a ball game here, senior night, late in the second. Clark was trying to avoid this from happening, but he's been pecking at that.
Yes. Oh, that's the same kid.
Same kid, number 10. He has literally been pecking at that. He had 2 earlier in the first, and now he's taking this one, and this one is just surely took the top off from what we thought would be a closeout game, now making it 1-1. And Brandon Ross is going to send that over towards Mosey Kemper. Mosey's going to get in the play.
Scored by number 10 in the 66th minute.
I think he probably just up there sitting back, and when something happens, say something. His delay is too long.
Yeah, I love PA announcers. I like the ones that are on top of it.
Right.
They call it like right when it's happening as they see it. But yeah, maybe it might be delayed on his action up there.
Yeah.
But either which way, it's not delayed on ours. And we got Kane Lewis, number 10, trying to make an impressive move. He sweeps through. He does. He gets some juking going on, slick foot as they call it, and he couldn't get the completion of that move, but it looked good to start with. And you hear the call, Arriba by Cristo Rey, trying to get them to speed up as that's being called by the fan base, wanting some action on their part. Number 5, Rosales.
Have a drop.
And he can't get that to move. Espinoza lets that go pass. Tracked down by 5, still alive. Espinoza comes in with a slide kick, takes that away. Still trying to get it aggressively away from him, but he can't. Number 5 is going to corral that. He's going to try to bend it around the corner, and our goalkeeper is going to pick that up for a good defensive stop. Wilso is blown. And we have a player down with injury. Looks like a possible cramp, so that's going to bring in the Tri-Health Beacon Orthopedics. Timeout break here. So we'll pause for station identification. I think it's King Live Stadium. As the officiating staff checks on the injured player. And he's up and moving. Possible cramp. And that would have been number 16. That was down for a moment for Cristo Rey.
Left side, Katie.
And looking for some action over there by Jones. Jordan trying to take the stop away from number 10, who just scored the goal. And a defensive stop is made. Well played. And went right around him. And that would have been an easy tap to get to the middle of the field, but no one was there. Pablo Rosales on the attempt on defense. Ball ricocheting off the back and out of play. And there it is. Frustration by
the head coach.
The head coach.
Heard him all the way up here.
Yeah, he's frustrated because players were not in position being where they were supposed to, and let them know about it a taste. I believe we called that do your job.
Pretty much.
Man, so a little damage done here, but 11:35 still on the game clock, still a lot of time and a lot of game to be played, a lot of strategy and plays to be called and put in play. And we've already talked about our great highlight player of the half, which would have been Kane Lewis for Clark Montessori. And obviously we're going to bring up their highlighted player, number 10, with that impeccable goal that he has. And shot another one, and that's going to be off the hands of the goalkeeper. Well played.
Good stop. Good stop.
Impeccable stop by the youngster. Logan Ross. And Mosey Kemper trying to get a bump. Wants to check it. Can't get around him. A convincing look for Cristo Rey as they get to the concept cleaner throw in. And they're still played. No handball, but it was off the elbow, but still played. Live ball. Comfortable kick out by number 14. That's going to be chopped down. Cherry cheese slice around. He's got it. Gets a little help over there for Jones. Jones has got to move by himself. Gets a little open space. Still has the ball by himself. Little pressure by 14. That's going to be taken away, but outplay. And that's going to stay. And kicked out of bounds. And that's going to be an infraction. And a card is given.
Now, what causes the card to be given?
So when you do something like what we just saw, the player did not like the penalty call that was called on him.
Okay.
And so he took it upon himself to kick the ball completely out of play. And so in any sport, there's a foul or an infraction, and that's going to bring up that foul.
Okay.
And that foul is kicking the ball out of play for a delay. And that will be a yellow card on him, his first. Another one will disqualify him for the match.
Okay.
Well played by the goalie. Kicked out with plenty of room to spare. Trying to press up. Clark's Montessori yelling, saying, get the ball going. Kane Lewis trying to get something to go. 5 with a kick down. And the officiating crew has made some really big calls here as of late. Fan bases on both sides don't agree with. I guess it's necessary to keep it honest and make the right call, and so that's what they're doing.
Seemed like it would be more officials to officiate this game. I didn't know it was just only 2.
Yeah, technically it's supposed to be 3 officiating.
It's a lot to look at.
And it's a lot to see. And when you can't see it all, you might miss something.
Right.
Like a blocked shot off the high post and the outstretched hand of Logan Ross. That young man has played impeccable defense all game long, only allowing the 1 score.
Entering the game for the Cougars, number 9.
But still great defense. And 2 pieces of fresh legs, 2 fresh horses coming in. That's number 12, Jackson. Trayvon Henderson, amazing. And Cole comes in as well. And a good play. Brandon Ross trying to keep it in front of him. Good stoppage by Pablo Rosales. And that's going to be a push by Pablo Rosales, number 15 on the play. And that's going to set up for a spot kick.
Okay.
And so this is where it gets tricky.
It's not a penalty kick, though.
It's not a penalty kick, but it's like the form of a penalty kick. And so they'll dress it up and try to put a wall, obviously, with some supporting cast that will give some depth to the goalkeeper. So they want to keep the ball away from the goalkeeper as much as possible off the power of this kick. Now, the power of this kick can sail right over through. He can bend it around those players, get a drop shot, maybe with something soft that would have just kind of dropped in like that, but he hit it too hard. So, unfortunately, in football, that would have been 3 points, but here, that's going to stand for nothing. Still good attempt on a spot kick. And that's not played well by Clark Montessori and the goalkeeper, but Brandon Ross to take it away and show some help. And look at the track speed by number 10. Absolutely, track speed. Absolutely, number 10, Kane Lewis. And a good head volley by number 13, played in the middle. A tapper over, Mosey Kemper. Wanted in on the action. That's Jordan Jones over there, wanted in on the action, couldn't get it.
Yeah, that guy was fast.
I mean, that was an absolute, he looked like a thoroughbred at River Downs. He literally walked down 60 yards and almost made a good play on the ball. That's called aggression. And they're back out of play. Del Rey up top. Brandon Ross settles on it, gets a kick and couldn't get it, and it's still going to play for Del Rey. They're going to throw it in, and that's going to be played off of 18. 18 doesn't know what happened. He twisted something on his ankle. He's holding his ankle. And Clark Montessori has now the ball in possession at the 50. They've got some control in numbers here, it looks like. Player is still limping, number 18. There's going to be a tapper and a play and a big-time goal! Score! You wouldn't believe it, ladies and gentlemen, if I told you. But there's 2 players down for Cristo Del Rey. A goal scored by number 7. Jordan Jones on the goal. A yellow card has now been issued by the officiating staff. So a lot of going on. And a red card now. And the officiating crew and staff are all over top of this play here. As a lot of big-time action just took place. So we'll run it back to you right now, how it unfolded. First, you had a player down for Cristo Del Rey, number 18, at the 30-yard line, trying to pick himself up. The pieces couldn't get cleared. Number 10 had a slosh move. Absolutely great slosh move, cutting across the 10-yard line down on the Cristo Del Rey side, getting that tapper to cut right across in between 2 defenders. You wouldn't believe it, but his helping hand happened to be number 7, Jordan Jones, getting a sweet one to go. In the backside net with a dribbler. Who knew?
A lot of excitement in the last couple minutes.
Absolutely, on senior night, you know, I tell you, you never, ever stop putting the gas on. Because when you do, the other team just might come back, and we already saw that happen. Well, Clark said, you know what, we're not going to put the brakes on.
Right.
Let's go straight pedal to the metal. And so off the second injury of Cristo Del Rey, which was number 16, he's back up in the action. But still the damage done. Second goal scored by Clark Montessori. 5:39 on the game clock. Absolutely great fan base turnout tonight.
Scored by number 7.
And there's the late broadcast. It must be coming up late, definitely, in his booth.
Goal scored in the 75th minute.
And
so he must not be watching live.
He's definitely not watching it live.
I wonder, is he watching our game?
I don't know. It's kind of confusing because we're here and we're calling it live.
Right. But he may be a delay. It may be a delay in him at home. I don't know.
Maybe his monitor might be delayed. We'll check in on that when we get with technicians after this little break here. We might get a timeout on the break in the action, but if we don't, which I don't think we will, there's another track down by another big power play. That is track star speed and footwork and a kick out of bounds to stop the bleeding as it was getting ready to happen under that Band-Aid, as it's already been opened on that wound. Number 10, Kane Lewis, is trying to run it down.
Get up there, Clark!
And Clark Montessori is trying to get their guys up into the box area as much as possible. And that's kicked out of play. So Brandon Ross, Alex Espinoza, Trayvon all the way over in the high side corner. Jordan Jones, who just scored right there in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen at home, to keep you up to date in what's going on, it's been nothing but power play all game long from Clark Montessori. I mean, they started out with real aggressive play. And so now the call has been called in. There's play down in the corner. And it's tangled up, a web they are trying to weave out of. And a kick to the middle. There's going to be a push down by Sanders. Nope, correction, that's going to be on Kane. Clark Montessori trying to get on the retreat.
For me not to really do soccer games, man, it's 165 people watching this live.
It's 165 people watching it live, but also there is well close to 200 people here.
Yes.
Watching it at the stadium.
Yes.
So with a good fan base of 300, I'll call plus.
Yes.
We're getting Saturday action.
Yes.
And Cole, number 9, steps up there in the middle on the play. And he can't get it to go, but that's chopped down by Alex Espinoza. And Jordan Jones getting a little bit of bump and some heavy action over there, still keeping the ball in front of him. Good play. Good footwork. Try to keep him to himself. Cristo Rey got the ball on the high side. That's slicing through. Good action here by Brandon Ross on the defensive side to keep it away. Still kept over by the 40 of Cristo Rey, tapped by Trayvon Sanderson. Number 12, Trayvon Sanderson has had an impeccable game with great defensive long leg stops all game long. And he has great defensive takeaways that he's displayed all game long. But, I mean, we knew this about him coming in because we saw him what he's been able to do formidably all season long is play defense. What we're also seeing is just how the staff has come together. And so the retreat to come back to the ball, but a hard kick from the goalkeeper out. That's going to play over to Kane Lewis. Kane Lewis is going to have it. Fancy footwork. He's pushed a little bit. He gets it back in front of him. There's no call by the referee on 5. He still played it. A push-through kick. That's going to get through to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones is going to let that go out of bounds, and that's going to be played for Clark Montessori. 1:59 in the ball game as we get ready to go to your concept cleaner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a concept, and it is needing to be clean, Cleaner Concepts can do it. Cleaner Concepts has some of the best cleaning concepts in all of America. And guess what? They're accessible for you. So if you have something that needs to be taken care of, and it has to have a concept with it, why not go with Cleaner Concepts?
Good hustle, Blue.
1:29 on the game clock. Shout out again to Taft High School, undefeated. Middletown, undefeated. Middletown High School middies, they went over and did damage to Sycamore. Tore them down. That's my school, and it hurts to say it, but Middletown undefeated.
Is that Coach Jones?
That is Coach Jones and company.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's my guy.
He doesn't lose.
He just came here.
Yeah, and he's
already turning that program around.
He's not wasting any time.
Wow.
And you know what? What a great program to turn around. You know, that is the home of Chris Carter, old Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I remember.
So yeah, he's taking it by storm, and the school is backing him 100%.
Yes.
And they're giving him what he needs, and he's just showing out right now.
Mean, that's why they paid him what they paid him.
And I would pay him too. I would pay him too. Moeller. The Archbishop. Man, they always are tough every year. You know, they played a tough game and still holding it down 4-0. You know, they show up and show out every year. The Archbishop, they put so many people in the pros, it's just scary. And there we've got contact push by number 18, physical contact push with 2 hands on number 10, Kane Lewis, aggressive knee.
Keep it on the corner.
And so Clark Montessori wanted to keep the ball away, wanted to run the timeout. Del Rey not liking it. They're getting a lot more physical as this contest settles into the game to be ending. That's going to do the ball game. So, ladies and gentlemen,
on senior night,
right here, Impact Recruiting.
Yes.
Live on television.
Yes.
Great coverage.
DePaul Cristo Rey.
This game belongs to Clark Montessori.
Take our picture right quick.
The beautiful thing about today is senior night happened. We're live in the booth. It didn't get any better than today.
Again, tonight's final score: Clark Montessori 2.
And as you see it,
Ray 1.
I am Jay Anderson live in the booth, and I've had my Saturday fix. I don't know about you folks at home, but I've had my Saturday soccer.
Very soon.
It felt great.
Until next
I feel full.
My name is Jed Locke.
And why to get the win? Clark Montessori 2-1 over DePaul Cristo Rey.
Safely.
I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot while streaming the game and hearing you commentate the play-by-play.
I tell you, it's been a pleasure to do it, and it's been a pleasure to do it with you tonight. Great fan base again, 300 in totality.
Yes.
Home and here.
Yes.
I can't wait for the next broadcast.
Hey, I told you, after we get off air, man, we're going to exchange numbers and let's talk and communicate.
We have to.
Hey, we need to make you a part of the On Impact team.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the lights, camera, and the action, but most importantly, I'm ready to keep these kids' names and lights, give them what they need, put them to the next level so these college coaches know these kids are coming. Right. And I want to be a part of that. So, great broadcast here, Penn Station. It's a great sign-off to you, sponsorship and brought out by Big P Coffee and Company, proudly ran by the military and locally owned. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been CPS Public Schools Sports. It's been great to be with you tonight. I am Jay Anderson, the voice. Good night and God bless. We'll see you next time.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Cincinnati in the light tonight. Big booming on the mic. Let it shine bright. November 15th. Yeah. This for the ones who gave it their all. Pussy. Yeah.
From the field to the floor, we earned this flow. Every practice, every bruise helped us grow. From bowls and kicks to goals and dreams. Now we step in the light where the spotlight beams. Laced in grace with that urban crown. Young stars from every part of town. Presented by love that believed in our name. On Impact and United raised our flame.
This ain't luck, this legacy. We built it strong, now let it be.
From sideline cheers to MVP.
Tonight we stand in victory. On the golden stage we ride. Tears of joy in every eye. From the field to the mic, we claim this pride.
Since the youth we testify.
Dressed in honor, look how far we came. From the struggle to the Hall of Fame. Saturday night, let the city proclaim. We stars now, remember our name. Yeah. To the girls with grace who flipped and flew. And the boys with grit who broke straight through. To the coaches and the parents that stayed in rain. This award's for the hearts that pushed through pain. Cincinnati rules with a sky